So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another model that's logical, that is that you and I think it's a rotations of whole realities. And then so as much more you grasp them, as much more information that is real, it's something that you can rely on, better gonna be so your decision making, since you tend to make decisions based in data information that you got from the reality. And then so whatever is the field that you want to got prosperity, you always gonna have to take so a high type of ability to work with real data. And then so is where that kind of leaves the importance of this video. And then so today we're going to talk about social contagion, how ideas and behaviors spread like virus in our social system. So right now, I expect you to help me by subscribing, and afterwards you could possibly see other videos that can make trigger some interest on you. And then so today we're gonna talk about the social contagion. So first way, how we start by a question. So why do certain ideas, trends, and behaviors spread like wildfire while others tend to fade into obscurity? And then so from social viral media challenges to political movements, there's a hidden force at play, the social contagion. That's what differs. Something so that is spread, other ones they will not. And then so understanding model, I think it will help you navigate influence and so your decision making process about how to deal, and sometimes in your favor, how to generate these campaigns, these tendencies, if you have the basis. So how to spread these type of ideologies throughout all the social system that we are present today. But then so what you have to understand is the process that we by which behaviors, emotions, and ideas spread through groups of people like a virus. It's what so is the domination of social contagion. And then so it explains why laughter, for example, is contagious, while and why as well financial panics happen, and why misinformation as well can spread so rapidly. So there's the light type of things that can be explained by understanding social contagion. But then so how this happens, what are like the characteristics of our environment that helps so these kinds of spreads and this social contagion to be happen. First, network effects. So it's a lot built on network effects, the presence and the existence of social contagions. Because what? The more people adopt something, the more likely others do the same. And this, so it's a tendency that the growth is exponential. See, we kind of reach a trigger point, then when we reach that point, we even see at low effort, at low time, the units, the rate of spreading this information is even higher than it was in the past, even if in potential it was much more people to get provided this material than in a moment. So in the future that we already have served this information, have already passed by a lot of people, but there are so much that they have so points of contact with other ones, they exponentially increases. And then network effects. So as I've talked, how easy is today to connect with other ones. Social media was one of the main contributors. So we are so kind of have a condensation of the people, users working and doing the same things, being in the same type of networks like Instagram, being the same networks, Twitter, using WhatsApp. So we have a lot of people today and much more than we already had in the past. We have the ability to what? To have contact with other ones. So something that's created in one point of the globe can be spread for the other ones quickly. And as well, we using today a lot of the same things. Everyone tends to use like the main type 5, 6 social networks. And then so all components are kind of reunited to make so easier to spread informations. How easy is today compared to in the past? By we being a hero that they even kind of say that we are overpopulation, exists overpopulation in the world. And so as well, we have a tendency to use the things that are obviously the ones that are more valuable, that everyone's so gonna have and gonna choose so to use what's best available. And if it's free, more so condensation of people using the same. And then so the majority of the people that use social networks, they use the 3, 4, 5, the same ones. And then obviously as well the interconnection that can exist. Me having being in a social network like YouTube, I can kind of share something for the other social network that is Twitter or Instagram. So nerve effects. So it's easier. We have contact with a lot of people, and a lot of people tend to use and be present in a certain type of system, the same type of networks, which so it's all three main things that enhances so this how easy is to this information to spread by us, so going for everyone's. And so network effects as well is the other one. So the more people adopt something, more you're gonna see other ones by exponential growth. That is a tendency to exist. And obviously as well we have other thing. It's something that as well happens in the culture. As much more people tend to do something, we are more prone as well to do the same. And then so if a lot of people start spreading, start doing something, I have a higher probability to do the same in a comparison in a scenario that if I'm kind of exposed to the information of doing something, and if I don't see no one doing it, I have a less likelihood so to do the thing in comparison with an environment that I see a lot of people doing it. So the type of behavior that the human tends to have, following what the majority of the group is doing. And obviously it happens subconsciously. It works with our ability to work. We like so to get updated with the things, and then so it's easier. We kind of make active force to always having to look for new news and informations. We as well have a tendency to be the ones that spread and have so the information, and be the ones that so spreads information for other ones. So easier as well is to propagate some specific information as well in the system. And then so obviously what and how this can be positive. Well, can be possible, can be negative, depending so what is the type of content matter that we're spreading. If it's misinformation, obviously it's bad, because if it's easier to spread, if we spread something bad, more people are going to be affected. If it's something that's positive, the same. As much so easier it is to spread something, it's positive, more people so will be affected easily in comparison with the past. What so matters is probably having more encounter with the content, and it's something that we see a lot, the tendency, the type of attempts that they're seeing of the politicians and other type of entities that have control about so what people tend to do, wanting to control so what is the behaviors that people tend to do in social networks. So control what are like the misinformation that is created is something that we tend to do, and sometimes so people don't see it like something that's good, because can be like emanates to so the free of speech, and so the ideas that want to proliferate that neither also people have like the intent to spread something positive. Some things that can be created a misinformation by irony that some people don't so get it and spread it as truth. It's risks, and so we see a tendency by recreating a social system that sometimes if we're not content, we not so protect the people. It's so if we not so protect the people by kind of regulating what could be the bad things that are created, since we cannot control how easy it is to spread, because we cannot like cut away the people by so being in a social media. It's not easier, so it's more easier to kind of control the content. So we have censorship. Social media tends to censorship things that they don't like, they don't so want to see widespread in their networks. And then so that's where the type of phenomena that we see today, the attempts to censorship some people that obviously have more force than others, normally so the influencers. And then so we could talk about it's for hours. But then so what I have to get to understand is that we're living in a society that is much easier than in past to receive information, to spread things. Oh, now we have to understand if it's something that's good or if it's something that's bad, because we can affect other ones. And this is something that I used a lot to social networks, but can happen as well in financial markets. So stock markets, bubbles, and crashes happen when people follow others' actions, assuming that they have better information. Another phenomena, doing what others are doing, because I believe as a group has more information aggregated by me, even if that group was kind of shame that was just based in a behavior of one of them, and then so probably in there, if I had this information, I probably would more favor my personal opinion than the other than so the one that has started this trigger that has made created like a group that's doing and following just because one of them started doing it. We have in health and lifestyle choices, exercise trends, smoking habits, and even obesity have been shown to spread social groups. That's something that's important. We see that this tendency of people being it is a lot depending of what they have kind of so being exposed. So people have been reinforcing or not a behavior, and then so much more you see, more you have access to these people, more so our beliefs are built based in all the information that is easier to be get in the social media. So we see a lot of people, some adopt the opinion, others not, but obviously social media facilitates this process of me getting modulated my type of habits based so in what I get from what people do in social media. But then so how to resist social contagion is what you can do. So to spread the idea, leverage influential nodes in networks. So using celebrities, using thought leaders, using so what are the information of trendsetters. So to spread the idea, to spread something that you want to do, understand so the social nets that we're present, understand so how the human works. To resist manipulation, be mindful so all groupthink influences decisions, and then ask how am I choosing this because I believe in it or because everyone else is it. To build momentum, so to kind of reach a point that social network happens, that exponential increase of the thing that I'm trying to spread. It's important to build a moment first, so to enter in a point that's called the trigger point. Encourage so the early adopters, and obviously after that they're going to try to amplify the visibility that has started by engaging these first early adopters that you have to focus instead of going already for the mainstream. So moment is key to making something take off, but you have so to start by making some type of personalization content, and then so after that you're going to focus in scale, in trying to so having a scale effect in what you're doing. So I expect this video has created a certain type of insights on you, and see you in the next one.